Hey everybody, I just wanted to take a minute and get this out of the way. I'm actually in my car. Um, I want to just take a few minutes and talk to everybody. Uh, I had got some good feedback from YouTube, but not on my Facebook about Coffee County. Um, not the parents not going by what everybody is suggesting. Um, Also, that my vaping store has yet to open back up. So, uh, if anybody knows of any vaping stores, uh, and I'm getting a cough because of smoking now, that are open um, around the Coffee County, maybe Tiff County, if they're open, I'd appreciate it. I'm not saying that I'm going to drive over there because I'm not. We are up under a um, mandatory um, shelter in place order by our governor, Governor Kemp. So we want to take and be careful and do as he says, and do as the government says. Wash our hands, stay away 6 feet away from people. But anyway, I wanted to talk more about, now that I've had time to kind of cool down, about parents letting their children go around and actually go and get on four wheelers and run all over the neighborhoods and go to friends' houses and carry on like nothing has stopped or like nothing has happened. Uh, I just want to let everybody know that subscribes to my channel. I'm praying for your family too. I know this is not just affecting uh, Georgia. I know it's affecting uh, everybody else, just like it is affecting people in North Georgia, South Georgia, Florida, Alabama, Mississippi. I could go on. New York, New Jersey, San Francisco, Washington. Uh, I am praying for y'all, and I'm praying for your families. Please pray for my family and for me. Uh, but to let everybody know why I was talking about the children uh, running around all willy nilly, and the parents not keeping them at home and in their yards, so they can keep an eye on them. See who's coming around. Uh, you don't know who's got this virus and who don't. They don't have enough tests going around to for everybody that feels sick. Um, so with that being said, just to let everybody know, we have gotten a second case of the coronavirus here in Coffee County. Um, they went public with this morning, and let everybody know that there is a second case. It is confirmed. Um, that's why I was, trying to put this out there about parents. Parents, watch your children, keep them at home. I know it's difficult. Just because my children drive me up the wall, I love them too much just to sit there and go, well, you know what? You're driving me back crazy. Just go to your friend's house. Right now, that is not the thing to do. Uh, if anything, this is a good time to bond with your children. Play games with them. Go out in the front yard with them. Play with them. A lot of people are at home. A lot of people that are still working are getting off early and going home. I know it's still work, but play with your children. This could be, take this negative that we're doing, turn it into a positive. I'm not saying people don't spend enough time with your children. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is you can never spend enough time with them. Anything could happen, and I pray and hope to God that it don't. But from a personal standpoint, uh, you can never spend enough time with your children or your family. With that being said, I don't like smoking on camera. I'm trying my best to try to hide it. Again, children, somebody offers you tobacco, tell them no. It's not cool. It's nothing you should be proud of. It's nasty, disgusting, and it will eventually kill you. So, if you see me go out of the screenshot, then you know why. And plus, I'm on my phone too, and I'm actually in my car. We do have a curfew here from 9 p.m. in the evening to 6 a.m. Another thing, we got this shelter-in-place order. Businesses are closing down. The businesses that cannot, you got to be 6 feet away from somebody now. That's a new thing. So the businesses that have close contact with people, they're basically, just saying, you know what, we're just going to close the doors for now and wait till the all clear sign is called. Then we'll reopen. For those people, pray for them. That's all we can do. Sorry about that. Anyway, with that being said, it's not just our country, it's other countries that are going through the same thing. Once again, keep your children at home. Keep them in your yard. That way, who's actually. Let me pull my door tape. Keep the bugs out. That way, Sorry about that. That's my dash cam coming on because I shut the door. But anyway, that way who's coming around your children, who's coming in your yard and stuff like that, And if it's somebody you don't know, tell your children to go inside and tell them to stay back 6 feet and tell them, look, no offense, but if you don't mind, please leave. If they ain't got no business in your yard, ask them to leave. If they do not, goodbye, bye, switch off. Anyway, if they don't want to leave, call 911. They will send a deputy to your home, or if you're in the city, they'll send a police officer, and they will make them leave. Once again, wash your hands. Make your children wash their hands. Make them say the alphabet while they're washing their hands. That way, I know people are saying 20 seconds. I know people are saying 30 seconds. I'm actually making my whole family wash their hands for at least 40 seconds with warm water, just to be on the safe side. If you can't get to warm water or just soap, use this. I don't know if you can see it because it's dark out here, but this is hand sanitizer. If you're able to get hand sanitizer, get you a bottle of hand sanitizer. It don't take a lot. Just enough to rub your hands really good, coat the entire hands. If you're coughing, do that. Cough into your arm, not your hand. If you got a runny nose, if you got a tissue, blow your nose in that tissue or cough into the tissue, throw it away, put some hand sanitizer on immediately after. This is things that the government are telling us we need to do. And once again, they're not telling us this to try to control us. I was in government for a long time. I'm still partially, if you want to call it government, but maybe city. Anyway, I still hold a policing license. Still technically part-time help. In another county, but anyway. It's not hard to do, These simple things, not saying it's going to keep you from catching this virus, but it keeps that virus, it keeps you from having a more likely chance of getting it, you know. And that's what they're trying to do. This is why they got, the curfews. They got the shelter in place. Stay 6 feet away from each other. Don't let your children go all willy-nilly and run all over to the neighborhood. You don't know who has this. They're trying to stop it from spreading by making us shelter in place, by us washing our hands, coughing like I told you, blowing your nose, stuff like that, hand sanitizer if you can't get the soap. But, another thing that people are not mentioning, or the media is trying not to mention, is we're having more cases of people breaking into cars, breaking into homes, stuff like that. I'm not going to tell you what you should do, because then they could look at this video and sit there and go, well, hey, he sat there and said, well, if they break in, shoot them. I'm not going to say that, because then I could be held liable, because this could go all over the world. It varies state by state. There is a law in the state of Georgia that states if somebody was to come into my home, I have the option, me, not everybody. Well, let me restate that. Everybody that lives in Georgia has this option. If you feel your life is in extreme bodily, immediately, or death, if you think death is going to occur to you, you have the option of using up to deadly force. That doesn't mean necessarily a gun. It could be a knife, it could be a bat, anything to protect yourself, not saying, hey, go out, get you a 12 gauge or a 20 gauge, get you some double up buckshot. Somebody comes through that door, kill them. I'm not, by any means, I'm not saying that. You can only make that judgment. I'm not in your house. I cannot sit there and say, hey, this is what you should do. I can't. And frankly, I don't want to be held liable for coming on here and saying, hey, you know what? If somebody breaks into your house and gets through that front door, shoot them. I'm telling you now, shoot them. I'm not saying that, y'all. I'm just saying the law in Georgia states you have the right to protect yourself. If somebody was to come into your home, break in your home while you're there, and you feel, that like they're going to hurt you, maybe kill you, you have the right to defend yourself. Plain and simple. And it even goes down into your motor vehicle. You have the right by law to protect your property. If somebody tries to hold you up in your car, you have that same right, just like if you was at home. I advise everybody, don't take my word for it. Look up the state statute on using deadly force. Plain and simple. Don't take my word for it. Look it up. Better yet, call your sheriff. Ask him. Call your chief of police. Ask him. What is the statutes on protecting your house, home, or motor vehicle? They don't mind answering your questions like that, and don't think it's a stupid question, because it's not. It's not a stupid question to ask your sheriff, your chief of police, hey, if this was to happen, what is the statute and the law? That goes for every state. But getting back on point, now that I made that clear, I'm not telling everybody, to start shooting people. Anyway, people are getting broke into. There is some ways to prevent that. One, front porch light and back porch lot. I would advise everybody to use their front and back porch lot. If you have a hood range and it's facing a window, I would turn a kitchen hood range on, the light, and let it burn all night long. For one, if it is criminals that want to get into your house, 9 times out of 10, if they think somebody is home and is armed, they're not going to want to go in there. If you got a dog in your front yard, they're not going to want to go in your yard. Another thing, if you see somebody riding around in your neighborhood that you have never seen before, and they're just circling or maybe riding slow, looking out their windows, get their tag, get the make and model. If you can, get a description of them. Are they white? Are they black? Are they Mexican? Japanese? And so forth. Call 911. Let them know, hey, I've never seen this vehicle before in my neighborhood. This is what they're doing. This is the make and model. This is the color. This is their license plate, if you can. And it is a white male, a black male, Mexican male. You know, the more you can describe to the dispatcher, the more she can notify us and let us know what is going on. That determines on how fast we're going to get to your house or to your neighborhood. If it's loud music, we're not going to, run code 3 with lots of sirens and everything. But if there is somebody, creeping around that is out of place, we will get there a little bit faster. We may not run with our lights and sirens on, but we're going to try to hurry up and get there. Stop them and ask them, hey, what are you doing in this neighborhood? Do you live here? You got friends around here? You got family? It don't hurt to be too safe, especially in this time, because the grocery stores are going empty. People are overbuying. They're hoarding food, hand sanitizer, toilet paper, laundry detergent, soaps. They're hoarding it. Can't get it on the shelf fast enough. By the time it gets on the shelf, it's gone. That's why people are starting to break into homes. And there was a shooting at a Walmart in Alabama. I know we have had some problems here. I'm not going to go into it, but same thing has kind of been going on here where I live. I took the necessary precautions to protect me and my family. I have my 2 boy dogs out in the front, which will bark and let me know, if somebody was to come up or anything like that. I do got firearms, but like I'm saying, y'all, I'm not going to be liable for what you do. So if any agency sees this, I'm going to make it bluntly. I'm not advising anybody to use deadly force on anybody at all. That is not, I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just telling you, especially in Georgia, the rights that you have as a citizen and as a property home owner. These is what you can do. I'm not telling you to do this, but by the law and law statutes, this is what you could do. But I'm not telling you to do that, okay? But anyway, there's easy steps, to protect yourself, where was I? I just had a brain fart, y'all. Anyway, yeah, running your porch lights, having a security light. I live on a lot here, and I have a big security light. I think it costs me like $10 or $15 extra a month. Unlimited power use. It comes on at dusk and it goes off at daylight. It's pretty bright. I mean, it lights up the front. I have two big floodlights in the back. I usually flip on and leave them on, and when the sun comes up, I'm usually up. I'll go back there and I'll flip them off. Stuff like that, make sure your front door's locked. Better yet, if you don't have a deadbolt, they're easy to install. If you don't feel like doing it, get a locksmith to come out and put you a good deadbolt. If you don't want the money, hold on, y'all. I'm sorry that I went black. I turned all the lights out, but if you could see, there is a car. I don't know if you can see the two lights. And usually about this time there's nobody, but it looks kind of like it's flashlights. And now they're going the other way. Okay. And they're still there. But anyway, I'm going to hurry up and wrap this up so I can see what may be going on. Anyway, with that being said, a chain, a simple little chain, any resistance or making it harder for somebody to actually come into your home or open your door or opening your windows. Make it difficult to open your windows. Nail it shut or get you the wind's kicked up out here. Get you a stick. Sliding glass doors, a lot of homeowners will get a stick, put a stick right there, it stops it from sliding back. Simple things like that, your blinds, you want to shut your blinds, that way everybody can't see you walking through your house naked. I'm not saying that any of y'all do that. I know I'm not gonna comment. I was gonna say I know I don't do that, but that'd be a lie. Especially when I'm home alone and I just never mind. Anyway, there's simple ways of making your home, more susceptible to being broke into. There's other options out there. I encourage everybody to take and look at those options. Surf the internet. Call your local law enforcement. They could take and give you some tips too. It's not stupid or ignorant to ask local law enforcement for some tips. So, with that being said, I'm going to wrap this up. Like I said, I'm praying for, whoever may be seeing this video. I want you to know that I am praying for you. I'm praying for your family. Please pray for my family also. And let's hope and pray that this epidemic, this war on COVID-19, the coronavirus, will be over soon, and we can give the Lord the good thanks. So, with that being said, I'm going to take and go. And if you haven't already, hit that like button, hit subscribe. If I hear of any more updates, I will make a video and let everybody know. Until the meantime, we love y'all. We're thinking about you. It's a terrible time. Terrible, terrible, terrible time. But we'll get through it together. That's all we can hope for. So, we love y'all. We're thinking of you. Pray for our leaders to give them knowledge. Be safe. That's the main thing. Take the necessary measures to keep your children and your loved ones safe. Okay? If there's any truck drivers seeing this and that live around or coming through the Coffee County area, or in Douglas, if you can't get nothing to eat, comment. Let me know where you're at. I will come to you. I may be wearing a mask and medical gloves, but I'll come to you and I will get you water, food, whatever you need. If you're hungry, let me know. We will get you something to eat, okay? We love y'all. May God bless our country and other countries that's going through this, and may God bless you and your family. We love y'all. Bye.